Hello everyone, my name is Sankalp Tiwari and today we are going to see the demonstration of how to host an EC2 instance by creating a VPC. Okay, so this is how the general network in which we are going to host our EC2 instance. Okay, so first of all, here is our VPC, that is the virtual private network. Okay, and this is the gateway, internet gateway, from which it will communicate to the other network. Okay, and these are the two private subnets that we will create. Okay, this is one private subnet that is hosted in location 1. This is the second private subnet that is hosted in location 2. Okay, and we have to host an EC2 instance there. So let's just jump onto the AWS management console. And by coming here, first of all, we have to create a VPC. Okay. So that we will get to know that how to create a VPC, then how to select the subnets, how to create the private subnets, their IPs, that is unique to all ones. Okay. All the things we are going to cover in this. So first of all, as you can see that we are here on the VPC console. As you can see here, VPC console. And okay, you have to click on create VPC as you are creating a new one. Okay, now here are some VPC settings. First of all, you have to rename your VPC. I will create it with my name. Okay, and then this is the IPv4 slider block, that is the starting that it will decide that how many IPs can there be in that network. Okay, so I am keeping it as it is. And next is the number of availability zones. Okay, so that in how many locations you have to host it. So I will keep it to 2. Okay, and you have to select the number of public subnet. I will create it to 0. The number of private subnet, I will create it to 2. Is there any NAT gateway? So no. VPC endpoint S3 gateway. As you can see, here is the chart of the VPC that you have created. You can see it. Okay. And next is you can create your VPC. So as you can see, it's creating. And after creating the VPC, we will jump to create a security group. And after that, we will host our instance. Okay. In that particular. Okay, so this is the detail of our VPC that we have created. Okay, this is the VPC ID, state, DNS host names, everything. This is the total chart, and this is the IPv4 slider block. So I will copy it and just paste it into our demonstration diagram. Okay, so this is what our diagram is. Okay, and after that, we have to create a security group. Okay, so I will go to security groups. So as you can see in the VPC console, I have to create a new security group. I will rename it to my name only. Called security. Description, you can provide anything, and then you have to select the VPC, that in which VPC you are going to host this. So I'm selecting this. You can provide the inbound rule, outbound rule. So here are some things like type of traffic, protocol, port range, and then okay, here are some things like custom, anywhere, IPv4, and my IP. If you select custom, then you can provide the IP of the network who has the access to your instance, and then you can provide the IPv4 that anyone can access it. And next is my IP, that only my IP is allowed to access. Okay, so you can create custom. Sorry, I will select it to IPv4. You can provide any description. Okay, okay. Any description. Okay, and you can provide any tags also. I will create the security group. So as you can see, it's created, and you can see the details also. Okay, so now it's the time to host an EC2 instance. Okay, I'll click on it. It's going. Okay, the next launch instance. And it's loading. Okay, you have to provide a name to your EC2 instance. So I will name it as private cloud EC2. Okay, and then you can select the operating system. I will select it to Windows. Okay, then you can see the description of the architecture, that is it's 64-bit AMID, and then I will select it to free tier instance type. You can create a key pair login. So I will create a new one. I will rename it to my name. Okay. And then after that, you can create the key pair. It just used for decrypting the password and all. Okay. And then here are the network settings. I will edit it. You have to select the VPC in which you are hosting this EC2 instance. Select the subnet in which you are going to host it. Then I will select the private subnet one. Okay. And then auto assign IP is disabled. There is one option, that is you have to create the security group or you have to select the existing security group. So I will select the existing security group. I will select it to the security group that we have created, the configuration of our storage and all. Okay. So for now, I'm just hosting this instance for the default VPC so that we can see the demonstration that how it's hosted and how we can connect, because in this some types of error may be there. So for just the demonstration purpose, we will see. Let's just connect to our EC2 instance. Okay. It's almost on the way. Okay, it's loading. As you can see that here is the interface to connect to our instance. Okay, this is the IDP client option. Okay, so here is the file for downloading it. So I will click on it. So the IDP file is downloaded, and then after that, for getting the password, I will click on it, get the password. So it's asking for waiting for some time to connect it. So we will wait for some time, and then after that we can connect it. And here is for getting the password. Okay, it's again showing the same thing. We have to wait for some time, and after that, when this option will be enabled, we have to upload our key pair file, and after uploading it, we will decrypt the password, and then we will get the password. And after that, when we will run the RDP file, then we have to put this password to get access to our uh, instance that we have created. So I will click again on it. So as you can see, it's unable now. We have to upload the private key file. I will select upload and then decrypt the password. As you can see, it's decrypted. And then after that, I will run the RDP client connect. And after that, as you can see, it's asking for password. I will paste it. Okay. And as you can see, we are almost on the way to our EC2 instance that we have created. And you can see that finally we are connected to our EC2 instance that we have created. Okay. So it's just taking some time. Okay. So just taking some time. Okay. So here is our EC2 instance that we have created. Okay. So this is all about how to host an EC2 instance in the AWS account, and by using the VPC, that is the virtual private cloud. Okay. So that's all about it. Thank you.